Hi, welcome to the Writing Momentum podcast. I'm Gena Maselli, and I'm here with my husband.
I'm Christopher Maselli, her husband.
He's my better half for sure. And we are having a really good day today.
And why is it such a good day?
Our oldest child just got her driver's license.
And it's kind of a little nerve-wracking, but
Yes.
she's driving very well, isn't she?
She's driving very well. But what this means is that she went to the grocery store for me today. She brought me back Starbucks. So I'm kind of loving life right now. I know that I've got about a 6-month window and then she'll be tired of running errands for me. But for the time being, she's happy to do it. And I get a little bit of a break. So it is a good day for me.
Right now, it's a treat to drive and do errands.
Oh my gosh. You guys, I will say, any of you who have gone through this momentous moment of having a child, a teenager, finally be able to drive, hit me up with all the good vibes. Send us information about all the good vibes of what we have to look forward to. I mean, I do know that I sent her out of the house today with her and our youngest, and am yelling as she's going, just remember, you guys are the most important things. So be careful. So yeah, I'm having a mom moment here, but I'm super excited. Tell me what I have to look forward to. Don't tell me any of the bad stuff, though. I don't want to hear the bad stuff.
But that's not why we're here today.
That's not why we're here today. I just thought I'd give you a glimpse into our life here. We are talking about something today that is really important to us. And it's important because this is so natural to Chris. And a lot of people who attend any of the classes that he teaches, anybody who talks to him for longer than about 30 minutes, will be able to tell you that Chris is two things. He's very techie.
Yeah, I am techie.
He loves technology. He's constantly learning. And the other thing is that he loves to help other people succeed. And he's super kind about it. He shares his knowledge. Anybody who knows Chris knows that.
That's so nice of you to say.
It's very true. And you regularly have people calling you to ask you questions. He is help desk for our families. He's just really good with technology. And he also is very much a systems guy. He will systemize pretty much anything in his life that he can systemize, he will systemize.
I think we found it important as 21st century entrepreneurs, right? Authors, that you have to systemize some things and you have to use technology in order to succeed in the space, because honestly, we're what you call solopreneurs, right? We are individual entrepreneurs, and in order to get all the stuff done that you need to get done, you can't do it on your own. And we've talked before about hiring virtual assistants and that, but also technology can really help. It can make short order of some very difficult things, can it?
It can. And we have learned that really kind of the hard way, because we try to do things all ourselves, and then we get to a place where we kind of get burned out, or we get where we just kind of like, you can't keep the balls in the air fast enough. And so we have to, something ends up dropping. And so today we want to share with you one of the technologies, one of the apps that Chris has found that he uses to help schedule our social media
every single day. It's working for us right now as we're recording this podcast. It's out there putting posts on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest and LinkedIn for us that we have pre-scheduled. And a lot of people, they do all of those things manually, and it takes so much time. But we can't really afford to do that if you want to have time to write, because who wants to be a social media manager, right? I want to be a writer. Right. So that's when we have to put these kind of things into place.
Yeah. So today I asked Chris, he said, well, what do you want to talk about? And I said, well, I want to talk about SocialBee. I want to talk about SocialBee because I think there are a lot of writers out there who know that they need to be promoting their material. They know that, and this doesn't matter if you are traditionally published or independently published, it does not matter. You are still your best marketing department. And so I asked him to start sharing with us what this is. So what is SocialBee, Chris? Let's talk about it.
SocialBee is what you call it's a content management platform. It helps manage all the content that you put on social media. So to lead into this, let me take you back a little bit, because about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago now, it's been a while. I've always been a freelance writer. I've always written, but for a short stint there, I led a digital marketing team. Okay. And what we did is we helped promote authors and some nonprofits and that into the social media world. And so it was pretty great, because we could, we'd get in a room and leading the team, I was able to say, well, let's do this on Facebook, and let's do this on Twitter, and let's do this on Pinterest. And the team would make it happen. Well, then we decided we were going to do something kind of crazy. And I quit my job. Gena was already working from home, full-time freelance. And we decided to get an RV and travel the US with our kids. And so we did that. We could do that as writers. That's one of the great things you can do as writers. Sometimes you don't have to be locked into one place. But in doing that, all of a sudden I was completely on my own. And I realized we needed to promote our services and who we are as writers. And we needed to take writing momentum to the next level. And so in doing that, I suddenly realized, well, I've got to use social media, right? Because that's one of the best ways to build your author brand. But I did not have a social media marketing team. I did not have someone that I could say, let's do this on Facebook, let's do this on Twitter, this on Pinterest, or this on Instagram. I had to find a way to have a social media marketing team. And I thought about hiring people, but then I discovered this wonderful technology, that this content management technology that will allow you to post to all the social media channels automatically. That's what SocialBee is. It's a scheduler, but more than that, it allows you to load up your social media profiles and then over time send material out there. So here's how it works. SocialBee essentially gives you what I like to call content buckets. So for instance, I created multiple buckets of content that I knew we wanted to share on our social media channels. So I created one bucket called author quotes, one bucket called writing prompts, one bucket, what else did we have?
We had a tag and share.
A tag and share, yeah, where you tag someone and share with them, that post. And so we had several different buckets like that. And then I hired someone off of Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, for as little as 20 cents an image. She created social media posts for us, static posts, like quotes and that sort of thing that you just want to put out there to keep yourself in people's feeds. None of this, of course, replaces just organically going out there and interacting with people, but it's a way to stay in the feeds. So she created 52 author quotes and 52 writing prompts and 52 tag and shares and 52 of several other items, until we had literally hundreds of items to put in these buckets. So I log on to SocialBee. SocialBee says, okay, here's your buckets. And we dump those posts into each bucket. And then it's got a calendar. Now, we don't have to go and put individual items on the calendars. That would take way too long. SocialBee does it for you. It does all this heavy lifting. So it says, okay, every Monday around 9 a.m., I'm going to take one item from each bucket, one at a time, and post them out there on the different social media channels for you. It's doing it all automatically. And it's really, really slick and easy to use. And so you just say, yeah, around 9 a.m. on Mondays, sounds good. Let's put one item from one of the buckets out then. Around 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, let's do another one. And at maybe 4 a.m. on Thursdays, whatever, you just start dropping it around. And over time, those items are going out and they're keeping you alive in people's feeds. And if they're good posts, they engage with people. And then what you can do is, all you have to do is go out there and respond when other people post on the post. And then, of course, do your own posts once in a while.
Right. Like you said, this isn't a replacement for organic
Right.
posts. We still want to be posting organically. We still want to be sharing other people's posts with our own messages on them and building relationships with other people in our fields and also with our followers and that kind of thing. But this is just a way to simplify that whole social media management.
Yes.
And we will even do this. We're coming up on WriterCon here. If you're in the Oklahoma City area, we hope you're going to come and join us over Labor Day weekend. But we will even receive those images from the content creator for WriterCon, and we will go ahead and schedule those, several of them out ahead of time. So it's not just like I have to do this once for the year. It can also be like, oh, here's a special event that's coming up. I want to mention it a few times leading up to it. And so I'm going to go ahead and schedule it, and I'm going to do it. I always like, if I'm using an image, I'll change the copy around it to make it more organic and feeling more authentic. And so I do that, but I'll do that a couple of times and then say, go ahead, and this is when I want it to drop. And it just does it.
Yeah.
And
it's essentially, you can put all those items from WriterCon into a WriterCon bucket or an event bucket. And then you can say, I want you to post these over the next couple of weeks. Just go ahead and post these out there every once in a while. And the other great thing about this is that it doesn't just take your material and post it out there, but it has very, very detailed analytics across all the social media channels all in one place.
So you don't have to go to Facebook and then Instagram and then YouTube and then TikTok and all of that. You can pull it all together.
You can go into this one place in SocialBee and you can say, show me which posts have been getting the most interaction, which posts have gotten comments. And then when you go in there, you can see which ones are performing the best, which ones are not performing, and you can make changes from that point. It really puts you on a whole nother level when it comes to social media. But what's great about it, that again, just to reemphasize, I did not want to be a social media manager when I came to work at home. I wanted to be a writer. So this allowed me to continue to be a writer and let my social media, once I get it set up, it kind of happens behind the scenes. And so it's really great. So we urge you to check that out. Look for a social media content manager out there. Our favorite is SocialBee, and you can check out SocialBee at I'm going to put the link up here if you're looking online. It's writing.fyi/SocialBee. Writing.fyi/SocialBee.
And that's B like BEE.
That's right.
So I also, just as we're sitting here, let's brainstorm for our listeners how they could use these kind of things. Like we've talked about events that are coming up. We could also do, if you know that you're having a book released on a certain day, you could start teasing ahead of time and have maybe go on Fiverr, or maybe you're really good at graphics yourself, but go and create a few graphics yourself and then drip them out leading up to your release.
That's right. Just schedule them out over time and they'll drop out there for you. And you don't have to think, oh, I got to be sure I get on each one of these social channels and post this thing. No, just post it once and let it go.
You could do holidays. If you want to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day or a Merry Christmas or whatever, you could do that.
You can pre-schedule all the holidays throughout the year so that in January, if you want, you can schedule for Christmas next year so that you don't forget to put out that Christmas post.
Yeah. Or how about, what's some others, Chris? I'm thinking like if you're going to be on a podcast, you could drip out, hey, I'm going to be on this podcast, and you could go ahead and schedule some of that if it's like a month out.
The other thing it does is it allows you to not only create all those posts and have them drip out over time, but when you get to the end of all those posts, it'll start over. So for instance, we have author posts. We've created 52 author quote posts. When it finishes those 52 and it's put out one a week, it'll just start over and start doing the first one again. But it also allows us to add more to the bucket as we go. So throughout the year, occasionally we'll add a few more quotes. So it just elongates that process. It's called making them evergreen is what it's called.
Yeah.
So yeah, check that out. It's at writing.fyi/SocialBee. And that's also in the show notes. And I encourage you to check it out because it's really a good app. And we have special for you. We've talked to the people at SocialBee because I recommend it so much, and they created a coupon for us. It is Momentum 20. And here's the kicker about this coupon. This is actually a coupon I created well over a year ago with them. They no longer offer this great deal in any coupon. It is 20% off for life. Okay, so you can get 20% off this app for life. That brings it down to being about less than, I believe, 50 cents a day during your month. Would you want to spend 50 cents a day to have all your social media taken care of? Totally worth it to me. So
Yeah.
definitely go to writing.fyi/socialbee. Use that coupon Momentum 20. It's actually on that page. I put it on that page so that you'd have it right there with you, and you can make your social media just have that momentum too. Pretty cool, huh?
Yes, have that momentum, and honestly, just close that window in your head. Chris and I talk a lot. Chris tells me often, he says, Gena, you've got too many windows open. You're thinking about too many things. And, when you have that many things open, I can speak from personal experience, it can really kill your creativity. And so just closing some of those windows, simplifying your solopreneurship and your authorpreneurship, just closing some of those windows is going to help you keep that momentum in your writing and just in your business. So we hope you'll take advantage of that. It really has been a game changer for us.
Yes.
And so there you go.
Now, if you've enjoyed this podcast, we hope that you will rate and review it and subscribe to it. If you just click that bell and share it with others, with other writers who you think might benefit from it. If you think someone else might benefit from SocialBee, share it with them, because really it makes a huge difference in your writing life. And if you do go ahead and grab SocialBee, come to our website, Writing Momentum, shoot me a message, let me know. And I have a full online training that I have created for authors, and I'll give you access to that. So that you can go ahead and make SocialBee set up and work for you.
Yeah, when he says he has a free online training, he's talking about a free online training. Chris has gone through the details and the steps of setting up SocialBee so that you can have access and you can get it up and going for you just as quickly as possible. So he's going to shorten that learning curve, so you're not stuck going, oh my gosh, I got to learn this huge program and I don't know what I'm doing, and oh, what if I click the wrong button? Those are all the things that go through my mind. So Chris has definitely shortened that learning curve, and he's going to get you up and going really, really quick. So definitely check it out. Writing.fyi/socialbee, and your coupon is Momentum 20. So check that out. And that's it. Please rate, review, subscribe, and what else do I
share?
And share it. Definitely share this. Oh, also, and if you have questions about anything that we've said today, send us an email. We want to answer those. If we haven't been clear about something, definitely check it out. Send it to us, and we'll do our best to clarify anything.
We'll talk to you again next week, every Wednesday. And remember that together we have Writing Momentum. Bye-bye.